Django. We will learn how to create a new Django project. This video, students, this video will help you for creating a Django project, understand the project structure, and launch the Django web app from the web browser. Django is the Python web framework that indicates a set of components for solving common web development problems. Django allows you to rapidly develop web application with less code by taking advantages of its framework. Django follows the try, do not repeat yourself principle, which allows you to maximize the code reusability. Django uses the MVT, Model View Template pattern, which is slightly similar to the MVC, Model View Controller pattern. The MVT pattern consists of the three main components. Model defines the data or contains a logic that interacts with the data in the database. View communicates with the database via model and transfer data to the templates for representing the data. Template defines the template for displaying the data in the web browser. The Django framework itself acts as a controller. The Django framework uses a URL that sends the request to the appropriate views. If you are familiar with MVC, the following are equivalent. Templates is equivalent to view in MVC. View is equivalent to the controller in MVC. Model M is equivalent to the model in MVC. In practice, you will often work with the models, views, templates, and URLs in the Django application. Django architecture. The following picture shows that how Django manages the HTTP request and response cycle using its components. Web browser, HTTP request, okay, URLs, views, models, and database. Then it will go to the templates, then HTTP response to the web browser. This is the actual model. This is the full model. Okay, database on this. Now first, web browser requests a page specified by the URL from the web server. The web server passes the HTTP request to the Django. Second, Django matches the URL to the URL patterns to find the first match. Third, Django calls the view that correspond to the match the URLs. Fourth, the view uses a model to retrieve the data from the database. Fifth, the model returns the data to the view. Finally, the view renders a template and returns it as the HTTP response. Creating a virtual environment. A virtual environment creates an isolated environment that consists of independent set of the Python packages. By using virtual environments, you can have multiple projects that use the different versions of Django. Also, when moving the project to different server, you can install all the dependent packages of the project using a single pip command. The following steps are how you to create a virtual environment for the Django project using the built-in V environment module. First, create a directory, Django playground. Go to my folder B and create a folder called new folders. New folder. The folder name is Django. Okay. Now double click. Select data and Django. Navigate to the Django playground. CD. Okay, CD. Okay, CMD. Now D. CD. Then background. Now go there. Now, third, create a new virtual environment using the V environment, Python P environment. Now you can open the Visual Studio Code. Then open folder. Django. Group. Yes, put there and your terminal and put there command prompt. Do this. So you have created. Now we'll go V environment scripts activate. So it is giving V environment activate. You want the install Django projects. Okay. Once is a third party package, you need to install it the following steps. First, issue the following pip commands to install Django packages. Now we have to install the Django packages here. Django packages. Second, check the versions. Python install pip install Django. That's it. This installation. Python -m Django _versions. We are checking the Django version after installations. Installs going on. It is going on. Okay. Now, after it will show the, if we put this command, it will show the versions. Exploring Django commands. Okay, now Django comes with a command line utility program called Django-admin. Django-admin that manages administrative tasks such as creating a new project and running the Django development server. To list all the available Django commands, you execute the following Django-admin command. So we are waiting for executing this person. Then we have to put this command. We'll see. Yes, completed. Now I'll put here Python -m Django _version. It is giving 5.2.3. Okay. Now for understanding all the commands, put a Django admin. Okay, this is all the Django admin commands. Okay, check compile. So I have listed here all the sub commands. Okay, plus manage server, everything is there. Manage. This is important commands. Okay, the other important commands. Now, for now, we are interested in the start project command. This is start project command. Okay, command that creates a new Django project. The following start project command create a new project called the Django project. Now, first we created a Django playground. Now we call the Django project. I mean Django admin start project Django project. That's it. Execute this. Created. Now put a CD Django project. Now put a CD Django project. It went there. Now following Django project will be created. If we see this money created. init.py as jetpa setting.py URL, all the Python files created. Under this one, manage.py also there. Under the Django project, one more another folder. Under the folder, these are created. Okay. So we'll see what are there. So for the Django project, these are created. From the Django, another project is created. Okay. Here a quick view of the each file in the Django project. First, the manage.py. Manage.py is a command line program that use to interact with the project like a static development server and making changes to the databases. The Django project is a Python package that consists of the following files. Django project is the Python packages. What is the package? This is called a packages. This is called a folder. This is called a packages. In under the packages, what are the commands are there? Init.py. It is a empty file that indicates that the Django project directory is a package. Setting.py contains the project settings such as installed application, database connection, and template directories. urls.py stores or a list of routes that map URLs to views. vsgi.py consists the configuration that runs the project as a web server gateway interfaces, WSGI applications with WSGI compatible web servers. Then asgi.py contains the configuration that runs the project as the asynchronous web server gateway interfaces, AWSGI application with the AWS SGI compatible web server, running the Django development server. Django comes with a built-in web server that allows you to quickly run your Django project for the development purpose. The Django development server, web server will continue check for the code changes and reload the project automatically. However, you still need to restart the web server manually in some cases, such as adding a new file to the project. To run the Django development server, you use the run command. This is the command we need to run. Put this one, run this Python manage.run server. Okay, now you have the link now. Now you see output watching the file starter. So this is the coming, and you put a link here. Start server. Now I click this control and click this open in the server. My Django server is running now. Okay, my Django server is running. Now once the server is up and running, you can open the web app using the URL list. Typically, the URL something like this one. Okay, and now see this URL. It is there. How you can type this here? Also, you can get one more. Okay, now we'll go there. This server is running now. Now go to urls.py consists of default route that maps admin path with the admin site.urls.py. See this, if you go there, URLs, what are the files? URLs dot this one. They go there. It is giving admin URL.urls. Okay, admin URLs. So now you have to put a same command with a slash admin. In your program, put a slash admin. So it will display the username and password. Username, login page. Stop the web development server. To stop the development server, you open the terminal and press Ctrl C twice. To stop the development, you open the terminal. So here, if I stop, put a double P. Stop. Okay. Now create a requirement.txt file. The requirement text file contains all dependency for the specific Django project. It also contains a dependency of the dependencies. To create a requirement.file, you run the pip command like this. Pip freeze requirement.txt. So it's created now, requirement.txt. So what are things I used? This one, okay? Django, SQL Pass, TZ data. These are the versions I created. When you move the project to a new server, example test or production server, you can install all the dependency used in the current Django project using the pp command install. Pip install recommended summary. Django is a Python framework that allows you to rapidly develop web applications. Django uses the MVT model view templates pattern, which is similar to the MVC model control pattern. Model view control pattern. Use the Django admin start project, new project command to create a new project. Use the Python manage.py run server command to run the project using the Django development web server. Press Ctrl C or Command C to start the Django development web server. Thank you.